Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Corey J. Thank you for joining Bills, Raps, Leafs. This is my new channel that I just created today on trade deadline day in the NBA. I know that's a lot of rhyming, but but what better way to start than on trade deadline day? As a fan, I've experienced a lot of pain over my life. I'm a Leafs fan, so I've seen I don't know how many heartbreaks against the Boston Bruins in Game 7. Recently, the Buffalo Bills 13 seconds to the Chiefs. We all know that. Only for the Chiefs to lose to the Bengals, bro. But I guess we did owe the Bengals a little bit of glory after, Andy Dalton. Everybody knows, bro. You got us into the playoffs that one year. So we thank you for that. That's obviously done a lot for Josh Allen and his growth. And I digress. Trade deadline day, NBA. We've had some big deals going down today. Let's start off with the Toronto Raptors sending Goran Dragic and a protected first round pick, 1-14, to the San Antonio Spurs for Thaddeus Young, Eubanks, and the Detroit Pistons second round pick. So I know at first glance, Raptors are like, oh my God, we gave up a first round pick? Thaddeus Young? What are we thinking? Thaddeus Young, great pick and roll player, great defensively, another positionless basketball player that can defend all positions. Now, that aside, the Detroit Pistons are really bad at basketball, except for when they play the Raptors. Somehow they're just like so good against the Raptors. But anyways, I digress from that. Second round pick from the Detroit Pistons, going to be somewhere between, 30 and 33 or 34, 35 max, right? This is a lottery team. So we got their second round pick. We're basically dropping 10 spots. 10 spots in the draft to pick up a solid bench piece that's going to provide what we need. We need toughness on the glass. We need toughness on defense. We can always use more defenders. Thaddeus Young, he's not known as a shooter, but he can. He can shoot, and he can put up offense. Very fundamentally sound. Once again, great in the pick and roll. Good playmaker. Quick, good defender against the pick and roll as well. So, solid deal. Is it going to wow us or take us to the next level? I don't know. But it's definitely going to be an alleviation for some of the guys that need a rest throughout the season. Thaddeus Young also he's a tough dude. He's a tough dude. He plays tough basketball. And he's more of what we already are, which is only going to add more to that identity we have as a team. Just being tough defensively, lengthy, rangy, good defense. And another guy that can finish around the rim, which we need. He's a better finisher than Achua. He's a better finisher than Birch. I know that's not saying anything, but he's a better finisher than them around the rim. So that's a positive. I really like his hands defensively. He's going to be like that Hollis Jefferson style dog, right, for us. So I think it's a positive deal. Goran Dragic wasn't playing for us, so we needed some bench help. That's what we got. Eubanks is a center. He can also defend the 5. We have 7 guys that can defend the 5. We got to stop saying that we need centers because we don't. We have guys that can fill in and play that positionless ball, and we make up for whatever discrepancy that is at the other positions because we're lengthy across the board, except for maybe Fred, who's an amazing defender in his own right. Same with Gary Trent. So if those are your smallest guys on the team, who gives a shit, right? So then you got the Philadelphia 76ers, huge deal today, sending Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2 first-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for James Harden. Good for Brooklyn, Good for Brooklyn finally trading for first-round draft assets or capital. That's a good thing. And they got Ben Simmons. I've never been a huge Ben Simmons guy, but he is a good player. And if they do let him shoot the 3 a little more, let's see what he can do. Because I actually don't mind his form. 76ers, they think that he's their Kawhi, right? I don't agree. I think it's going to look really good in regular season. Could give them some momentum going into the playoffs, making them a threat to anybody. But at the same time, I just don't think James Harden is that guy. I think he's out of shape. I think he's declining. I also don't know how motivated he is. But we'll see. Maybe this adds that fuel that he needs to succeed in that realm. I think Brooklyn did a good job, not getting... Well, they did get worse, but at least they still got Simmons. They got, they got Drummond on the glass. They got Seth Curry, who can shoot, right? So essentially, they gain a bunch of what James Harden kind of provided, and maybe more. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out for Brooklyn. I think that works out long term, and it's not a huge downfall short term. So we'll see how that plays out. Once again, thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys like this video. If you do, please hit the like, please hit subscribe. I'll keep bringing more content correlating to the Bills, Raptors, and Leafs, and miscellaneous sports activity throughout the leagues. Maybe even talk about some Canadian soccer, because the Canadian men's have been doing an amazing job, hopefully going to the World Cup for the first time since the 80s. But I digress. Thanks again, once again, for being here. Much love. Take care. See you next time.